22 years old, nearly 100K in the bank. What do I do? Using my throwaway account just in case. My wife and I are both 22 years old and live very simply and frugally. We do not buy things that are unnecessary. Talk through potential purchases. Only cook at home. Maintain low bills, etc. All the advice most financial minimalists give out. We both work and are very happy with our lifestyle. On an average month we can save anywhere from 2.54K after bills. My wife and I have been saving since we both started working. We currently sit at nearly 100K in our savings account. We currently have the majority set in a high-yield savings account which is generating some nice interest. However, I feel this is having all our eggs in one basket. Which brings me to my first point. I would like to diversify, but I simply don't even know where to start. Some people have said stocks. Others have said mutual funds, etc. But I am weary on all of these due to my lack of knowledge. Not knowing where to start, and the fear that I will make a huge mistake and lose a great deal of our savings. Second, although my wife and I love saving, we don't have any sort of goal for our savings. We have thrown around ideas of eventually buying property, maybe renting out a house to generate more income, but nothing we have seriously considered. I will be the first to admit, I have issues with not wanting to spend money, as I'd rather always save it just in case. On to the downsides. My thinking is every pay period, our savings should always increase, not be equal or below the amount it was at before. I am well aware this way of thinking is not only incorrect, but is at the point of mental sickness, as it is something that causes me great anxiety and mental stress. My wife is the opposite and does not worry about money the way I do. I try to be more like her, but I always revert back to my thinking. Has anyone else been in a similar situation? All advice is welcomed. Update. Thank you all so much for your comments and advice, guys. There are so many great ideas in here and we really appreciate it. We have decided to sit down and go through each idea to see if it's something we want to pursue. I'll still be replying to some comments here and there when I have time during the weekend. You guys have given us more info in one day than I've been able to research this whole month. Also, I see a lot of comments wondering how we are able to get to this point. If anyone's actually interested and wants more specifics on this, I can either make a separate post or just respond within the post itself. Dude, you got $100,000 at 22? Relax, take a trip to Thailand. Live and enjoy some life experiences for God's sake. I'm a big saver but also a spender. Sounds like you should live a little and enjoy your youth. Dump it into a good index fund. I mean, first things first, you need to up cash outside of tax shelters isn't great. Do you not have tax sheltered account options such as a 401k, 403b, HSA or IRA? Because even before a plan forms, your savings should be going into one of those, for if it's just into a money market settlement fund until you've done your research on retirement and investing. Can't take it with you. Go live, my friend. Do something fun, bro. Life is short and you could die tomorrow. Put it all in investments, keep living frugally, and retire at 40. Enjoy life. Thumbs up. Medium light skin tone. What the heck have you guys been doing? Don't be too hard on yourself, guys. Enjoy life with the tiny things. A trip. An awesome experience. Learn a language. Move for 3-6 months to a new country. If you are able to do this at 22, you are pretty much capable of doing anything, to be honest. DSA in an index fund for a while with small amounts just to get cozy with it. Live a little. Take a few trips. Invest in dividend stocks and enjoy the payouts. Buy a multifamily home. Live in one side section and rent out the other, or just rent it straight out. What area are you in? A fool and his money are soon parted. They going to be in the next episode of Extreme Cheapskates lol. I'm not 22. I'm 41 and we have a net worth mostly in investable assets and cash that's more than the average our age. One thing that has really helped with my money anxiety and not wanting to spend was to be a part of the FIRE community and finding out my FI number and planning to reach there in 4 years. Once we've reached there, we may keep working just because, but the money worries has lessened tremendously. Join the FIRE community and learn more. Happy future early retirement. Put it all in an SP 500 index fund and forget about it till you're 60. My friend died when he was 23. Stop being so frugal and enjoy your life. The SP 500 doubles every 7 years. Leave it there 42 years and you'll have over 6 meters. You can do a good savings account like Marcus, or you can find a good index fund like Otgers are suggesting. Check out MoneySmart's compound interest calculator. Invest 100K in the stock market and keep investing 2.5K each month with a 7 return. Leave your jobs at 50 and use your 3 meters to buy a small home in cash and start a business. I don't know much about any of this though, but it seems like a cool idea. Make sure your retirement options are maxed out. Then put the rest in a HYSA for a rainy day. 10-year bond is at 5 right now. Or, you could do some shorter duration treasuries which are local and state tax exempt. Even 3 months will give you more than your savings account will all year. Life is so short, and you never know when it's your time. Saving and living frugal is great long term, and being responsible. Something happens in 3. You do what you wanted. Drove a car you wanted, or visited a country. Went to that sports event you always wanted to attend. Travel and don't be afraid to spend a little. Life is about experiences. Cross something off the bucket list. You're only 22 and it's the time to have fun. You'll add more down the road. I'm in a similar position as you and also 22. I have about half of what you have saved and consistently saving more, investing most of it. I honestly can say I'm happy with my balance as I've traveled to 44 countries already. And going to the PH next month. Don't go crazy, but my honest advice is find your balance and live whilst staying sensible, because you are doing incredibly. Also, you have a wife lol. I'm on Tinder. There's no point in saving if those money isn't put to good use. For each dollar you save, it must have a mission goal moving forward. I think we've been ingrained to save growing up. But you gotta start thinking the next phase of financial planning, which is where do I want my dollar to go next? I had 115K saved at 23. Funny thing is, I noticed I saved money better when I had set fun things or goals to save towards. At the time I really wanted to build a motor for my car. Managed to easily save for that and do. My personal idea behind savings is, what's the point of it if you can't enjoy it? I initially wanted to buy a house. But with the way the Canadian housing market is, it's not happening. So as long as I meet my saving goal for the year, all while enjoying it, I think it's a win-win. Ask for what I did with the money. It's in just a high-yield savings account. Some put into a GIC. Nothing crazy. Max your HSA accounts and whatever IRA you can put the most money into. Buy a property. Property is the best thing you can do. Also put some into SP 500. The worst thing you could do is keep the money in the bank. The yield from that is the lowest.